Welcome to my childish understanding of deep lore. I'm Naanless, but some call me help! Before we go on, it's time to put the hat to rest, as my hair has gone through a month-ish of incubation since that faithful day. And it's finally time to let it free. Let it roam. Let it graze the grass. Also, the hat sucks, and it's an oven for my skull. So, here we go. Anyway, here's a quick recap of what happened last time. The party met a hot dommy demon mommy and her Discord mod. They also got their ass beat by said dommy demon mommy demon demon mommy. The gang established an HQ in a tavern called Defender's Heart. And finally, they freed an adorable thief from the unjust shackles of justice. Now back to the present. After a nice long rest, long enough to restore HP and spell slots, Baganga decides that the next best course of action is to explore the city square. His main goal being that he wishes to find Seela's friend, Jana. So, the party make it to the city square, and, of course, they slaughter thousands.
To share your treasures!
For their heart!
Their onslaught is stopped when they witness a small elven girl about to get murdered by a bunch of neurotic crusaders. Apparently, those Thunderheads want to sacrifice her to Iomade, which is the god of light and justice, so they could gain a small amount of power to survive the demon assault. So the party confront and argue with them. Well, you see, if we kill her, then the god of good and light will bless us.
Objection!
Oh, right. The guards, having just been destroyed by facts and logic, disperse, never to be seen again. The party walk up and talk to the little elven girl. Her name is Ember.
Remember when we used to play together when we were little?
I played with you? Pull the other one.
You did. We played tag and hide and seek. Then you and the bigger boys came up with the game where you all threw stones at me. You laughed so hard. It made me happy too.
She's a witch, and she's clearly insane. She also has a crow familiar that whispers things in her ear. So of course, Baganga invites her into the crew. Anyway, the party continue on with their exploration. They come across the captain of the guard. His name is Hulrun. He's lawful. Very lawful. But it shouldn't be a problem. Hulrun seems to be having a verbal fight with a robed figure. Hulrun calls him a traitor, since he and his men were seen tampering with the wordstone right before the demon attack. The robed man rebuttals and says that he and his men were simply trying to heal it from a corruption. Hulrun doesn't buy this and orders his death. But before he can get killed, the robed figure casts second level spell Invisibility and runs away. Hulrun, being a man of authority, sees the party and immediately orders them to hunt down that traitor. Party says sure, whatever, and moves on. As they're leaving though, Ember says that she knows Hulrun. She then begins describing insanely and extremely calmly how Hulrun had once burnt her at the stake. She survived because a guard with morals decided that killing children is cringe. Unfortunately, that guy died of burn wounds, but Ember's fine, so it's okay. Ember forgives him because he had good intentions. Hulrun obviously doesn't remember or care. Well, the party move on deeper into the city square, keeping an eye out for their new target. The party find themselves back where it all started, where Discari dumpstered that dragon lady that I thought was very cool and pog from the very beginning. Good show. Allow thy delectable feast to commence. As Baganga walks among the rubble, he is pulled out of his body, and he begins seeing from the eyes of another. The eyes of a multiversal being known as an aeon. Its final thoughts echo through Baganga's mind. They say they exist to maintain order and make sure things stay in their rightful place. So it came here, because demons are not meant to be in the mortal realm. But unfortunately, Discari cut it down. Hearing this strange, almost unbelievable tale, Baganga unhinges his jaw, and like famous Nintendo character Kirby, trademark, he sucks the aeon's last remaining life force. With consent, of course. Baganga also finds an old, ancient dagger, but that won't come into play for a couple more episodes. The party get back into their square formation and move on. Still looking for Jana, by the way. They come across a small group of tieflings, and one of them is stuck under rubble. Woljif convinces the party that they should help, so they do. And as thanks, they reveal a secret path into the Grey Garrison. They also say that Hulrun had a torture chamber. Oh! The party thanks them and they move along, when suddenly, they're stopped by a panicked servant of House Arenday. She begs the party to help them. Her master's house is under attack by demons. It's an urgent matter. The demons could break their defenses at any moment. 10 feet away, the party meet the robed traitor. His name is Ramian. He says that he and his men are followers of Desna, the god of dreams, stars, and luck. He also says that an informant in the demon army has been speaking to them in their dreams. That informant is the one who told them that the wardstone is infected. That's why some of his disciples were seen tampering with the wardstone. They were simply trying to heal it. Ah, that explains it. See, I knew there was a rational reason. Alright, the party head back to Hulrun to explain this miscommunication. I'm sure he'll understand and make a rational decision based on this, new news. Before the party leaves, Ramian gives him a little side quest to find his missing disciples. On the road to Hulrun, the party meet a small little gnome named Curl. He seems to be fighting the temptation to loot bodies, but Gunga walks up to him and scolds him. Looting bodies is wrong, cringe, and only losers do it. Sela recognizes him as a member of the Condemned. As they talk, Curl says that he and his gang are gathering beer for Tavern HQ. As he says this, a beer cart drawn by horses comes barreling down the street. Sela's eyes light up as she sees Jana sitting atop the cart. They have a wholesome reunion, and the beer crew return to Tavern HQ. But Gunga smiles, knowing that he completed yet another quest 100% on purpose. The gang finally make it back to Hulrun. They try to calm him down and ensure him that killing Ramian and his disciples is weird and cringe. But the moment they utter the words, Ramian ain't that bad, he whips his sword out and begins swinging. Then an epic fight ensues. With his death, the gang returned to Ramian to deliver the news. Ramian is saddened by the death of Hulrun, but he understands why the party had to do it. He then offers his services to the army, so he and his followers return to Tavern HQ, and now the followers of Duna have joined the fight. After a pretty successful expedition, the party returned to Tavern HQ. On the road there, they meet a mysterious woman disguised as a cultist. Her name is Nenio.
An audience. Problematic, but not critical.
Nenio asks the party not to interrupt her experiment in progress, so the party sit back and enjoy the show. She walks up to a gang of actual cultists and quizzes them. She asks them simple questions about the cause they serve. Questions like, what symbol represents your god? Or, how do you spell your god's name? Or, why is Naanless so cool in Pog? Or even, why do you kill? Simple stuff like that. The cultists somehow get all of these wrong. One of them gets so frustrated, he leaves and returns home to his mother. The rest of them get angry, so the gang stand up and do a little slaughtering.
You won't survive.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Make every strike count.
After the butchering, Nenio quizzes Bagunga, which he aces because he's so fucking cool and pog and a genius and stuff. Impressed by the party's knowledge of things in general, she decides to grace them with her intellectual presence. And Nenio joins the party, replacing Camille because she's weak and cringe. Also, during that entire interaction, a mysterious masked man was watching from a distance. When approached, he simply said, "No answer is an answer," and vanished. He didn't give us a name, so I'll take this clickbait opportunity to name him Dream, as I'm sure he will be showing up randomly during important story beats to say some weird, cryptic shit. Anyway, the party finally make it back to the tavern, where a party is taking place. Everyone's enjoying the new shipment of booze, and everyone has a great night. Except for Camille, who was recently disowned, and is now doomed to be a level 3 sideline character forever. Well, that's it. Make sure to like, sub, and enjoy this perfect little outro that I made just for you.